Isaiah Pugh, a senior. Number 5, Matt Costa, a senior as well. We mentioned Chris Mortley, number 12, the leading scorer in the Cape Atlantic League, standing at 6'4". Also, number 14, Justin Harris, a junior. And number 11, Devin Portians, a senior as well.
Now they're going to announce middle starters here.
Which we'll do as well. That works out that way. Middle Township starting number 11, Dorrell Shelton, a senior. Number 13, Tom Catanoso, a senior. Number 22, the son of the head coach, Tom Farraco, standing at 6'2". Number 24, Lamar Greer, probably one of the most athletic kids on the team, standing at 6'2". And number 34, starting Micah Moore, standing at 6'3". And Harry, you look at these starting rosters, Mortallite is going to be the tallest player on the floor for both starting lineups.
Yeah, that's one thing that middle doesn't have, and why their fundamentals when they go to rebounding and how they box out their people are so important, because they don't have that big 6'6", 6'7" guy to put in the middle, with the paint there. They've all got to do the job, on the boards, and they really got to scrape hard to get any rebounds that they're going to get because of their size. But tonight, size doesn't seem to be a big challenge here. Middle is, like we said, not that big at all. And you also have Hamilton, which Mortallite might be the biggest one that you have out there. But we don't see any 6'7", like we're going to go to Atlantic City and places like that.
Getting ready for the national anthem here. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game here on Wibbage FM 94.3.
Reserve your spot. February 23rd, 3 Cape May County winery tours and tasting, lunch, and a dinner buffet. A women's dance party with transportation by the Great American Trolley Company. Get ready for the Wibbage Special Events hotline number and write it.
And we are back here on WIBG 94.3 FM, also online at WIBG.FM, and also online at KapeMayCountySports.com. I'm Josh Hank along with Harry Sachs, ready for the start of tonight's basketball game. You have a matchup of 16-4 Hamilton versus 15-3 Middle Township. Middle Township, Harry, 5-0 at home this season.
And this also has implications in the Cape Atlantic League Championships. Hamilton not in yet. This would go a long way in getting them in.
Interestingly enough, Chris Mortallite will not be going for the jump ball. Instead for Hamilton will be number 11, Portians, the 6'3", going against Micah Moore, and Middle Township ends up with it first. Catanoso with the ball first from Middle Township, over to Greer. They get it over into the hands now of Moore. Top of the three-point line. Greer loses the handle on it, has to chase it down, being guarded closely by number 3, Matt Costa. And right now, Tom Farraco gets in the hands of Catanoso. Catanoso pops it over to Shelton for 3. No good on the miss. Nice rebound by Greer. Puts it back up in and scores.
Nice little flop there, too, by Shelton, but he didn't get the call.
Mortallite with the ball. Passes off. Hamilton swinging the ball around the three-point line. Right now in the hands of Portians. Now they're swinging in the hands of Pugh, resetting the offense. Dribbles to his right, being guarded closely by Catanoso.
And it looks like they have Shelton covering Mortallite here. He's got about a foot over him, but we'll see how that turns out.
Hamilton not getting much movement here, though. They're kind of stagnant on their offensive movement here, Harry.
Yeah, they're just standing around.
Bounce pass by Pugh. The Portians. Now swings it over number 14, Justin Harris. Harris taking it to the basket. Now Portians took it to the basket. He traveled. He thought he was going to get fouled, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I didn't see much on their offense there. It seemed like they were stuck in neutral there. big difference between them and middle constant motion offense. They're not the same for Hamilton as we start this game. Let's see what happens.
Greer handles the ball, gets it back to Catanosa, being guarded closely by Pugh on the right side of the three-point line. Takes to the basket, gets it knocked away. Gets away from Pugh, puts up a three, no good. Rebound by Mortalite, who is literally the tallest guy on the floor right now. He brings the ball up court, gets it slapped away, and somehow there's a scramble on the floor with the ball, and somehow Hamilton ends up with the ball still. Nice pass by Mortalite to Portians.
Yeah, good look there. Nice hustle by both teams for the loose ball. Mortalite came up with it and gave it to underneath for an easy layup.
2-0 lead for Hamilton early in the first quarter, just under 6 minutes. Right now for Rocco, down the lane, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, puts it up again, misses again off the side of the rim. Hamilton with the ball now. Costa crosses half court. Walks back to the top of the three-point line. Very stagnant spread formation for Hamilton on offense. Not doing much on offense at all, as Harry mentioned.
It's more like you run that against the zone with the 4 out. There's no screening or anything going on.
Portians over to Mortalite. Mortalite passes back over. Shot is up and good, the foul.
That was the first screen that we did see from Hamilton. It worked. You cut right down the middle, got an easy layup, and he got fouled on that.
Good cut by Harris, and he'll go to the line to shoot one more as his team leads 4-2. Clock stops at 5:19.
It's almost like they lulled Middle to sleep on that, not setting any screens, and all of a sudden he set a screen, cut right down the middle, and got in for a layup and a foul.
Here's a shot by the junior, and he hits it. Here comes Middle Township. Catanoso, crossover again, now passes off. Moore trying to get it inside to Greer, and it's almost stolen away as literally he passed it into the hands of Harris, but he couldn't handle it, of Hamilton. This will be inbounded by Tom Faracco on the baseline. Faracco looking, finally gets over top to Shelton. Shelton calling on a new offensive play, letting the offense reset. Shelton passes over to Faracco. Faracco now back to Shelton. Hamilton running a 2-3 zone. Here's a three by Catanoso, and he buries it.
And that's what they do. Shelton drives down the middle. They collapse on him. He kicks out for the open shot.
5-5 tie game, 4:40 in the first quarter. Now what? Did we really just get... Yeah, we just got knocked out. I'm moving this MiFi then. I can hear you perfectly, Chris. That's the problem. I never lost you for a second. I heard you perfectly the entire time, Chris. I gotta find a place for this MiFi.
3-pointer by Hamilton. Can you hear me, Chris?
All right. I'm trying to remember where I put this thing in here last time. Maybe I put it over here.
Number 4, Justin Harris, his first team first.
All right. Five tie game here at Middle Township. 2:44 in the first quarter. Right now, Pugh with the ball for Hamilton. Passes off to Harris. Now Portians pulls the ball back out, being guarded closely by Moore. Hands it off to Pugh. Now in the hands of Costa on the left side of the three-point line. Dribbles back to the top. Hands it off to Pugh, being guarded closely by Catanoso. He's swinging into the corner to Costa. Now over to Portians for a long two. Airballs it. Somehow kept in by Greer, but he hands it right off the Middle Township. Jake Cowan just came into the game. Pump fake by Catanoso. Passes to Greer on the baseline. Shot is no good. Rebound by Pugh as 3 Middle Township players were in the vicinity for the rebound. Driving down the lane is Harris. Harris puts up shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts another shot up, misses again. Another rebound by Cowan.
Callan may be thin in stature, but I'll tell you what, he's one tough rebounder underneath there.
Stands at 6'4" as well. Right now the ball in the hands of Catanoso, dribbles to his right, hands to Shelton, pump fakes. Doesn't move his feet though. Inside to Greer. Greer now bounce past the corner to Cowan. Middle Township do a good job passing. Catanoso takes a drive the lane, no good. Rebound by Costa. Mortallite now at the ball for Hamilton. Passes to Portion. Now to Costa for 3. Airballs it. Mortallite with the ball, shoots and hits it.
You know, that's something as a coach has got to drive you crazy. Hamilton lofts an air ball underneath. Nobody puts a body on Mortallite, just grabs the rebound and goes up, lays it in, and you foul him. That's the ones that make you want to pull your hair out. There's no way that you leave Mortallite alone underneath the basket and don't put a body on him.
Michael Moore comes out of the game. Tanner Kerr comes in, the junior for Middle Township. Mortallite, as we mentioned, the leading free throw percentage in the Cape Atlantic League. Shot is up, and he hits it. Although the rim didn't want to give it to him at first.
And I'll tell you what, in middle, they've taken some wild shots here. You know, not really what I would think would be in their offense there. They're having trouble putting the ball in the basket as we start this game.
Cowan on the baseline. His team is down by 3. Now Greer driving down the paint. Puts the shot up and gets fouled on the way to the basket.
Nice drive there by Greer. Going to go to the foul line and get 2.
They call it on Costa. That'll be his first. Lamar Greer is senior. Very senior-heavy roster this year for Coach Ferracco of Middle Township. Coach Ferracco in his 32nd season as the head coach of the Middle Township Panthers.
Well, one thing, we have all these seniors, you know, they know each other well. They played with each other since they were small, so there's nothing going to happen there that you're not going to know about.
First foul shot is good by Middle Township. They're down 8-6, 1:59 in the first quarter. As Costa has to leave the floor. Not fully sure why, but number 1 just came into the game, Kelvin Rivera. And now Greer comes out of the game for number 5.
Something might have been on his jersey. He might have had blood on his jersey.
Won't be the first time that's happened to Hamilton this year. Pugh brings the ball up the court for Hamilton. They're up 8-7. Mortallite with the ball on the left side of the three-point line. Throws it over to Rivera at the top of the three-point line. Rivera stagnant. Pass it to Mortallite on the cut. Now Portion's hands it back to Mortallite on the right side of the three-point line. Here's a 3 by Rivera. No good. Tipped around. Finally pulled down by Catanoso, who's trapped on the baseline by Hamilton. He steps out of none at all pushing foul.
Oh,
that was
tough call there. Tough call there. You know, on Hamilton, they had him trapped right in the corner there. Had the baseline and the end line there. You know, as players too, but he reached right in, and you know, committed a foul, which was costly.
Bringing the ball up the court right now is Catanoso. 8-7. Hamilton with the lead. 1:15 in the first quarter. Here's a 3 by Greer, who just came into the game and hits. A nice 3 by the sophomore, Trari Greer. Hamilton comes back. They're down for the first time in the game, 9-8. Pugh with the ball. Dribbles very far outside the three-point line. Waiting for someone to come to him. Now passes on the right to Portion, being guarded closely. Here's a shot by Mortallite. No good. Rebound, could be a jump ball.
I'll tell you what, Mortallite was really upset down there on that thing, hollering at one of his teammates. So I'm sure that, you know, he wants a screen set for him, and they're not coming to get him there. So he's, you know, left out on an island there by himself. You need to free him up and get him the ball.
It's kick ball, so it'll stay Hamilton ball. Clock stops at 45 seconds. Middle still up 9-8. Hamilton ball on the baseline. Pugh inside the Mortallite. Mortallite backs his man down, spins, puts a hook shot off the glass, and scores. And that's the size of Mortalite.
You know, and they're switching people. They had Greer on him, you know, that time. He flopped a little bit, tried to get the call from the referee, but, you know, nothing was happening on that. Said Mortalite hooked him, but not going to get that call.
Catanoso with the ball around half court. Letting the clock run down for the last shot. 15 seconds in the first quarter. Greer with the ball. Back to Catanoso. Clock's at 10 seconds. Catanoso dribbles to his right. Top of the line, crossed over. Tipped away by Harris. Middle Township still keeps it. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Greer with a desperate three. Misses. And that's how the first quarter will end. 9.
Nice defense there at the end by Hamilton to keep them so far away from the basket they weren't going to get a good shot at all.
Hamilton fortunate to keep that 9-10 lead at the end of the first quarter, Harry.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Defense for Hamilton is something that impresses me here. They've had middle on their heels a little bit as far as their shooting goes. They're not getting real open shots. And as you look at middle, you know, their game is they want to kick, drive, and kick out, and they're going to live and die with the three-point shot there. The younger Greer come in and hit one there with, you know, no problem. So maybe they'll go back to him. But they're not the type of team, except for Greer, that's really going to take the ball hard to the basket. And then, you know, what they really want out of that is when they start hitting the threes, then that opens up the middle of the lane there so they can drive. But I've been impressed so far with Hamilton's defense. They've been able to keep them far away from the basket and, you know, out of their comfort zone there. And Mortalite, how many points does he have, Dan, out of the 10? He's got half of the points there. And you can tell everybody on middle knows where Mortalite is, even though they're playing man-to-man. They're ready to help.
And start of the quarter, tipped away by Costa of Hamilton. Costa with the ball, dribbling, passes off to Harris, spins, wild layup, no good. Rebound by Shelton. Not fully sure what the heck he was thinking there. Nice pass ahead, though, and Baraka gets fouled under the basket. And that's one of those fouls, Harry. There's no need to foul him because he's so deep under. He couldn't.
You know what I say? Unless they put a basket on the back there of the backboard, there's no sense. You bailed him out there. You got to know where you are on the court, all right, when you're playing defense there. Instead, they just did the great old bail out there.
Baraka will shoot from the foul line. Missed the first one. He's a senior, the son of the head coach. Dribbles a couple times. Sets. Ball shot is up and hits it good. 10-10 tie game. Early
full court press here.
Mortalite gets away from the trap. Head to Pugh. Now head to Harris. Harris takes down lane. Another wild layup and a call travel.
That's a call there that the refs make so they don't really penalize anybody. He could have called the charge. He could have called the block. Instead, he just called the walk on that. So it gives the ball the middle, but nobody gets a foul on that. That was definitely a charge, Josh.
Darrell Shelton brings the ball up the court, hands off to Catanoso at Middle Township. Catanoso dribbles to his right, passes off to Greer. Lamar Greer is back in the game. Now Shelton being guarded closely by Harris. Michael Moore pass off to Catanoso, takes down the lane. Now pass to Shelton for three, and he hits it. The leading three-point shooter, Cape Atlantic League, strikes again.
There you go. You just leave him open there. They drive. Somebody comes to help, and he hits.
And now Mortalite responds for three, and he hits it.
His was an NBA three, though. Downtown.
13 all now.
You can't relax on Mortalite. You can't relax on the shooters from middle either.
Catanoso brings it off. Pass off to Greer. Takes down the lane. Foul by Mortalite. And Mortalite, you know how passionate he plays. He plays with all guts and everything. Just happens to help that he's good.
Yeah, that doesn't really hurt at all. Well, that's his first foul on him, so nothing to worry about yet.
Harris comes out of the game for Middle Township. Rivera back in. Hamilton, I should say. Weird. Micah Moore went for the dunk, and somehow gets the
just
ball
a give and go there. You know, the inbounder passed the ball in, and he went right to the basket. He got the feedback and laid it in. Caught them sleeping on that one.
15-13 lead for the home team, Middle Township, as the crowd gets into it. Costa's dribbling at the top of the three-point line. Crosses up Baraka. Wild two, no good. Tipped around. Rebound somehow by Middle Township. Catanosa passes off. Here's a pump fake by Faraco. Takes down the lane. Another three for Shelton. Misses this one. Gets an unfriendly roll. And Moore is there to clean up the mess.
Poor boxing out there by Hamilton there. That middle just come in, crash the boards, get that, and put it back for an easy offensive layup on the rebound.
Rivera handling the ball now for Hamilton. His team is down 17-13. Costa now, top of the three-point line. Pass to his right to Portions. Try to get it to Mortally, but he's getting guarded too closely. Now Mortally gets it. Pulls the ball over Shelton's head. Now to Costa. Hamilton liberally passing. Now Pugh for three. And he hits a three-pointer. Isaiah Pugh, not really known for his three-point shooting, Harry.
Pretty good football player, too, there.
Yeah.
Remember him.
Well, Mortalite's a good football player, too. He's a
Yep.
quarterback. And Micah Moore again under the basket.
That is, you can see how irate the coach is for Hamilton there. Leaving the guy right open on the block under there, coming over to help. No need to help. They just dished it off to him.
Mortalite with a long two, and he gets fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two, and Darrell Shelton pleads his case, but no one's listening. So Mortalite will take 2 foul shots from the foul line.
I think he might be getting 3, Josh.
Well, his foot was inside the 2-point line, but they're giving him 3 anyway. Wow.
Yep, they're giving him 3.
Well, let's see what the leading free throw shooter in the league does here.
He can tie it right up if he makes all 3.
Clock stops at 5:04 in the second quarter. The crowd getting loud. First foul shot is good. As we mentioned, Mortalite, the starting quarterback for Hamilton's football team, and he plays with a kind of passion on the court that I know I would love to have if I was a coach. Mortalite hits the second foul shot.
Yeah, he's definitely money there.
Harris comes into the game for Costa. Mortalite spins the ball, dribbles the ball a couple times. Here's his third foul shot. He can tie the game right here. Shot is up, and he hits it. He's money, Harry.
Absolutely. I don't want him on the line at the end of the game if I'm the opposing coach.
Here comes Middle Township. Tie game 19-19, 4:55 in the second quarter.
I'll tell you one thing. I got to keep an eye on Shelton here. I'm not going to leave him.
Inside pass to Moore. Moore being guarded now by Mortally. Gets stopped. Now for Rocco for 3. And he buries it.
They live and die with that 3 there. And right now they're living off of it. Defender comes off to help. They kick it right back out for the open 3 to Faraco.
Pugh bringing the ball down the court. Takes a shot of his own. And he hits it from the foul line. A little out of control, but he scored anyway.
Now let's see who's going to spot up this time for Middle.
22-21 lead for Middle Township. Shelton, pump fake, 6 down the lane. Shot is up. Could have called a foul on about 3 Hamilton guys, but they didn't call anything. Hamilton on the fast break. Harris, 6 down the lane. Now to Pugh. Pugh for, we're going to say he foot on the line for 2. It's an air ball anyway. And Harris cleans up the mess and scores.
They're not concerned if you get an air ball if your own man gets the rebound and puts it back up, so they can yell at all they want.
Yeah, Coach Martino is just all he cares about is points at this point. 23-22 lead for Hamilton. It's a seesaw game. 3:40 in the second quarter. Faraco pump fake, 6 down the lane. Nice pass to Moore, but he couldn't handle it. Gets double teamed in the corner. Now Faraco with the ball. Guarded by Mortally. Pass is tipped away into the hands of Catanoso, and he resets the offense. Are you kidding me?
We're here.
I saw the red come up. Yeah, I saw the red come up.
You can hear me? Well, that's tough if you can only barely hear me.
W. I just wish I could remember where I put this thing last time I was here. Missed shot. Mortalite with the rebound.
That's because we're not talking right now.
Yeah, that's because Costa with a 3, misses a 3. Catanoso with the rebound from Middle Township. I don't know what to do, though. I mean, we started good. The only thing I could think of is hanging up and reconnecting on Skype, Chris. It's got to be Skype. It can't be us. Because I have full bars.
That was a terrible call. Terrible call. We're here. Well, that was a terrible call by the official on that one. I can't help but, think what I might do if I was down there coaching. Might be tea time. That was definitely not a charge.
Cowan back in the game for Middle Township. Yep. 2 by Farraco misses. Mordelay with a rebound. Mordelay to Pugh. Pugh scores. 25-22 lead for Hamilton. Under 2 minutes in the first half. Pugh just scored close to the basket. Cowan now at the ball for Middle Township. Catanoso, nice pass inside the Farraco, but it's blocked by Harris.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a great anticipation there by him. Farraco never saw him coming.
Mordelite with the ball. Shelton gets screened away from him. Now Cowan on him. Rivera now back to Mordelite with NBA 3 range, and he hits again.
It's so surprising to me that they let him get the ball back there in a good shooting position. If you're playing him man, you've got to deny him that ball there. You just got to get right up in his grill. Do not let him have the ball back there.
Shelton with the ball for 3 of his own. Misses. Rebound by Hamilton's Mordelite. Mordelite brings the ball up the court. His team is up 28-22. 55 seconds on the clock. Pugh passes to Harris. Harris telling people to move around, but they're not. Now passes inside. Now back outside to Rivera. Rivera pulls it back out. 44 seconds now.
Looks like they might be playing for one here. Want to go in at halftime with at least a 5-point lead.
Harris with the ball. Passes off to Pugh. Pugh near half court.
They're definitely running the clock down on this, Josh.
30 seconds now. Rivera. Hamilton more than willing to take the clock and take the last shot here. Harris drives down the lane, takes a shot, gets fouled and scores.
And it's good. Definitely lulled them right to sleep. Lulled middle right to sleep right there. Thought maybe somebody was going to take an outside shot. Drove straight down the middle. Got hammered, but still made the shot.
It took 30 seconds on the clock. Coming into the game, back in number 11, Portion, along with number 20, Mark Giberson. Mordelay takes a break along with Rivera at the end of the first half, as Harris will shoot one more from the foul line. Harris dribbles a few times, spins it, shot is up, and he misses, no good. Rebound by Farraco. Bringing the ball up the court is now Catanoso. Clock's at 13 seconds. Now Farraco gets a screen. Passes to Shelton for 3. He got fouled, and he's going to shoot 3 on the foul line. That was one of the dumbest fouls I've ever seen by Giberson of Hamilton.
I'd like to echo that, but I don't want to say that to the poor kid there. You don't foul a jump shooter.
You also don't push him in the stomach when he's shooting.
If he's coming at you after he shoots the shot, then you box him out a little bit, okay? But he ran right into him, and now we're going to get a chance to cut it to a 5-point game. You got one of the better foul shooters in the Cape Atlantic on the line here in Shelton.
Shelton averaging about 72% from the free throw line. Not as good as his teammate Catanoso, but he's still good. Gets a friendly roll in the second one. And now Mordelite and Costa come back in the game. Giberson, being punished for his indiscretion, comes out, along with Haskins.
Well, you still got 7 seconds left on that clock, Hamilton, if you get the rebound. Plenty of time to get a shot down the other end.
And get into the hands of Mordelite as well.
You don't even need 7 seconds.
Shelton misses the third one, though. Here's Harris. He's got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. Stolen away by Middle Township. And dunked by Cowan at the buzzer. Nice steal by Middle, and Jake Cowan finishes up, giving his team some momentum heading into halftime. Hamilton 30, Middle Township 26.
Just uncalled for on that one. he had nobody back there to help him either. Throw the ball, in and middle. To their credit, they played him tough on defense there. Came back in the half court. Wanted to maybe let him waste the 7 seconds. Instead, they saw an opportunity for a steal, dunk. Now it's only a 4-point game.
We're going to send it back to the studio to hear a word from our sponsor who brings tonight's game to you. We'll be back with our halftime report here on Wibbage FM 94. Yo.
Hello.
And I've never lost you that time. Well, both teams are breaking out of the halftime. The start to be Hamilton ball first. Inbound to Pugh. Pugh dribbling around. Trap around. Costa over to Pugh. Costa on the left side. Inside of Mortally. Triple team. Talk about not being able to handle the ball as Harris. Mortally for 2. Hits the basket.
That's just a straight, dribble right in hard there, stop and pop. That's what I'm talking about being able to create his own shot.
Can you hear me, Chris? All right. Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton with the ball. Here's a 3 by Pugh, and he hits it.
With the assist from Mortally.
Hamilton starting the second half very strong. They're already up 35-26 quickly. Catanoso with the ball. Gets in the hands of Moore. Greer almost threw it away. And both coaches not happy with the call, even though one team still has the ball.
That's
strange call. Either way.
Not a good call.
Middle with the ball. Catanoso, nice crossover dribble.
I don't know what they were looking at, but we've got a nice view from the bird's eye up here at middle.
Shelton with the ball for Middle Township. Being guarded closely by Harris. Costa tried to go for the steal. Shelton for 3, and it rolls in.
What did I just say? Don't leave them open. They drove to the middle, and Greer kicked out to him.
Costa with the ball for Hamilton. Into the hands of Mortally. Holds the ball up. Now dribbles. To his left. Backing down Shelton with a hook shot in the lane. Rolls out. No good. I'm going to say out of bounds off of Middle Township. Hamilton ball. Pugh will inbound the ball for Hamilton. They're up 35-29. Harris in the corner. Hands off to Pugh. The Portion's now to Costa. Costa being guarded closely by Farraco. He's got a height advantage on him. And we got a foul down on the baseline against somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be on Shelton for holding Mortally.
I think that's his second.
Right. And I'll tell you what, Shelton better keep quiet.
And Mortally with a nice hook shot in the lane.
Shelton's too busy arguing with the ref on that about why it wasn't a foul. And Mortally just takes him right in there. Distinct height advantage there, under the basket when Mortally put that layup right in.
Drive down the lane, but lost by Moore out of bounds. It'll be Hamilton ball. Clock stops at 5:35. 37-29 lead for Hamilton at Middle Township.
Farraco's setting up his press now. He's had enough. Just want to get him back into the game by pressing.
Harris hands it off to Pugh. Pugh tries to get across half court. Now pass out to Costa, who's wide open for 3. Misses, no good. Tipped away in middle with the rebound. Here comes Farraco. Passes off to Moore. Now out to Shelton. Now waits someone to come to him is Catanoso. Catanoso swings over to Farraco. Takes down the lane. Now passes off to Moore. Now to Catanoso, top of the three-point line. Shelton pump fakes. Takes it to the baseline. Now pulls it back out.
Good D by Hamilton on his possession here.
Farraco down the lane. They're going to say what are they calling now? Foul, okay.
I don't know. He's lucky he didn't get a travel on that.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So now being inbounded.
Coaches are talking about a little home cooking here, but
Here's a 3. No good. Tipped around and somehow ends up in the hands of Faraco. He got fouled there. They didn't call it.
He got killed.
And now Shelton ends up with the steal and steps out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if I'm the Hamilton coach there, Faraco, the young Faraco, just put an elbow in his back and pushed Mortalight out of there. You got to call that. You've got to call that. And you've got to look for that as an official underneath the basket.
You got to call something because this game's getting a little testy.
Right.
Calm these kids down a little bit. Harris with the ball on the baseline for Hamilton. Pulls the ball back outside the three-point line.
The only way you're going to calm down is to call some of this stuff.
Pugh for three. No good. Rebound by Faraco. Brings the ball up the court. Nice. Put up a good, but no good by Greer. He had a great opportunity and missed it.
Just a little too quick on that shot there.
Harris with the ball for Hamilton. Hands off to Pugh. Pugh waiting for the offense to reset. Being guarded closely by Catanoso. The lefty dribbles to his left. Bounce pass to Portions. Pulls it back out. Now to Costa. Back to Pugh on the right side of the three-point line. Now to Mortalight. Pump fakes. Dribbling. Takes it down the lane. Takes a wild fadeaway shot. Rebounded by Moore of middle. Ball being brought up the court by Shelton. Shelton dribbling around. He gets fouled by Harris.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset with that call. You're going to call a ticky-tacky out here, and every time middle has got the hands in the back underneath on there. On for the rebound. Pushing off. And you know what? They're going to keep doing it if you don't call it. So, that's on the officials.
Faraco with the ball right now. Pass off to Shelton. Thought about the three. Takes down the lane instead. Passes off to Jake Cowan. Just came in the game, and he hits a three.
Middle setting up the full court press again.
And somehow Harris ends up with the ball, but tipped away. And Hamilton's not going to be able to keep the ball. It's going to be Middle Township ball.
Yeah, this game is getting a little too testy. Officials got to take control of this. There's a lot of pushing, a lot of talking going on.
Clock's at almost 3 minutes in the third quarter. And there's another foul here. Faraco's not too happy, the younger Faraco.
And I'll tell you, they're chirping out there. Right there in that, you got to step in and you got to stop that. You can't be talking to the other team like that. No way. And if I'm officiating, I'm going to tee somebody up and I'm going to end it right there. There's no place for this, about jawing back and forth either to the official or to the opponent.
They called the foul on Portions there. The inbound, they try to get the Moore. And Middle Township's lucky that they still ended up with it off of the deflection. Catanoso for three. No good. Tipped around. And finally into the hands of Shelton for Middle Township.
Good hustle there by Greer to keep that ball alive.
They're down 37-32. Faraco takes down the lane. Scoop shot and scores. And now we got
Hamilton calls a timeout now with a 37-34 lead there. And I'll tell you one thing, Josh. They've got Hamilton, they're letting Middle get away with a lot of talking and pushing that, and it's taking Hamilton out of their game. Hamilton's got to keep their composure no matter what happens. Good? Okay. They got to really keep their... Yeah, they just got to keep their composure because Middle, they're used to, grabbing out there, playing a really tough defense and like any other game, you tell your kids what the refs are going to allow, that's what you're going to be able to do. And if they're going to allow you to hand check or put your hands on the back, then you do it till they start calling it. You don't blame it on the kids.
Listening to Whippage FM 94.3's coverage of Cape Atlantic League High School basketball. I'm Josh Young along with Harry Sachs, Danny Statman joining us over here at Middle Township as well. Hamilton having a good game so far, but Middle Township keeping it close to the 37-34 lead for Middle Township over Hamilton so far.
Well, they've got to do a little bit better job against this press break here. Hamilton does.
2:39 left in the third quarter. Portion's bounce pass into Rivera. Over to Harris.
Way to
Out
go
back to
opposite.
Portion's.
Nice way to break it.
Pugh with a 2-pointer and scores.
Well, if you want to see how to break a press, there where it was right there. The ball never hit the floor, and they got 2 points out of it.
And deflected away is Hamilton now with the ball. Good defense by Hamilton there. Rivera with the ball. Dribbles back out and lets the offense reset. Pugh with the ball near half court. Being guarded closely by Catanoso. Pugh almost loses the handle. Now passes to Harris. Harris dribbles to his right. Now pulls back out. Shelton guarding him closely. Now they're going to pass off to Pugh. Pugh against Catanoso. Pulls into the three-point line. Doing a lot of dribbling. They're finally going to call a foul. I think they're calling on Catanoso. Yep.
Yeah, definitely on Catanoso there. He got him on that one.
Costa comes back into the game. Rivera takes a seat. Pugh will inbound the ball for Hamilton as the clock is stopped at 1:49 in the third quarter. Mortalite with the ball, dribbling. Pass over the top to Costas. Looks like a bit of a trapping man-to-man here as Mills running in. That's a proper call.
Yeah, that's a proper call, but just a mistake by the young Faraco there. He just bumped right into him, and they got to call a foul. The official's right there.
That's Tom Faraco's third foul, as he has that look on his face of saying, "Oh, come on, man." Pugh with the ball now. Pugh dribbles to his right. Gets it deflected away, and Catanoso almost got. He does get a steal out of it. What a lazy play by Pugh, and then he decides to foul him anyway.
I don't understand why Pugh. The ball was in the back court. You're going to get backcourt violation maybe, but you're not going to let the other team get the ball and go up for a layup, and you wind up fouling him. He didn't make the shot. That's the only good thing he did on that play.
And that's the third foul on Pugh. So lazy play, dumb foul, and now Catanoso, shooting 75% on the year at the foul line, hits the first. Tom Catanoso, a senior, part of this group of seniors that have grown up together here at Middle Township, and he hits them both.
Taking the press off, Faraco is, for now.
Pugh with the ball for Hamilton. And he just can't hold his dribble at all. It's going to be Middle Township ball. If I'm Coach Martino of Hamilton, I should be pulling Pugh out of this game right now, Harry.
Yeah, right. He is coming out. Right, he's just losing his composure there.
Rivera comes back in.
Give him a little break. Let him collect himself there.
Middle Township with the ball. They're down 39-36. A minute 10 in the third quarter. Faraco with the ball. Hands off to Shelton, being guarded closely by Rivera. Crowd wanted a foul call. Shelton passes off to Catanoso. They swing it over to Moore. Moore being guarded closely by Mortalite. Now hands it back to Shelton. Moore passes into the corner for Faraco for three. No good. And Cowan there with the putback.
What a great move by him. He just cut right around Costas there, grabbed the rebound and put it up all in one motion there.
What a great game so far by Jay Cowan off the bench. He's got a dunk, he's got a three, he's got a putback. And now I call a foul against Catanoso. I think that's his third, Dan.
And one thing I'm looking at, not to take
okay.
it away here, but just saw Lauren Legler from the girls team walk in on crutches. That's not a good sign for the middle girls team.
That's a horrible sign for the middle. So, pseudo breaking news, Lauren Legler on crutches here as the girls team has just walked into the building. Mortalite with the ball for Hamilton. His team is up by 1. 22 seconds in the third quarter. Spinning around, trying to get away from Moore. Takes it hard. Now tries to pass off. And Catanoso, what a hustle play. And he almost took out Lauren Legler's other leg.
Yeah. Got to be careful over there. He almost got hit by the crutch.
Got to appreciate the hustle by these young men. got a timeout. Costa, smart play by the senior.
Yeah, and we saw this happen in their first game where they had a little trouble inbounding the ball there. But, you know, this I think is only their second timeout of the game, so they've still got 3 left.
Clock stops at 15.2 seconds. They're up by 1.
And it just seems like, I don't want to say that that Hamilton is falling apart, but the pressure seems to be getting to them a little bit, you know, with the defense that Middle is throwing on them.
Thanks to Dan the Stat Man. Hamilton only has 3 timeouts left. Middle has all 5. Middle has not taken a timeout in this game.
Yeah, they went to take one, but he took it back.
Right. So now we'll be inbounding the ball. Costa again. 15.2 seconds in the third quarter. 39-38 lead. Hamilton bounce pass into Harris. Now back to Costa. Costa, nice pass side to Porteons. He gets fouled.
And Sheldon fouled him on that, and you know, good foul. Gonna make him on the line.
And that's the 3rd foul on Shelton, and that's the team's 5th. So Middle, the fouls are adding up here. So here's Porteons. We'll take foul shots here. First foul shot is no good. And for those who can't see the game, Porteons is about 5 to 6 inches behind the foul line, which is kind of unique.
Well, he must have a problem with that foot stepping over there.
Or maybe he has a problem with foul shooting. Maybe he
Well, he should have made that layup there, and he should have gone for a 3-point play.
He misses both foul shots. But somehow Costa ends up with a rebound, puts the shot up, no good. And Middle gets the rebound. Clock's at 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Catanosa down the lane, and he scores at the buzzer. Tom Catanosa finds a way to score at the buzzer, and that gives Middle Township a 40-39 lead at the end of the third quarter. We're going to send it back to the studio for a quick break. To hear from our sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts. We'll be back with fourth quarter action with Ridge FM 94.3. You know what I was doing? Yeah. Well, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep this thing on because the game's almost over, so. Sounds good. Looks like an ankle injury. Legler's a junior, right? Middle Township with the ball first as Faraco drives down the lane, gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2 from the foul line. The foul is on number 11, Porteons.
Yeah, nice spin move there by Faraco, taking the ball in the lane, not kicking it out that time, going in for the basket.
Now it's the 3rd foul on Porteons, so both teams, the fouls are adding up. They have 5 apiece as a team, and Faraco misses the first foul shot. Close game, 40-39. Both teams going back and forth with the scoring. Faraco, the senior, takes the second foul shot and hits it. 41-39 now for Middle Township. Pugh with the ball. Being guarded closely still by Catanoso. Now to Mortalite. Mortalite gets a screen from Porteons.
Double team.
Someone in the pass here, finds Costa. Now inside to Harris, and Harris scores.
See, on that one, they double-teamed Mortalite, left him right open. And Mortalite, you know, he sees the whole floor, too. Nice pass in there by him right from the top of the key for an easy
that's
layup.
His quarterback skills, Harry.
Yes.
Now going to call a foul on somebody. And if that's on Porteons, that's his 4th.
Well, I've said what I've said about the officiating so far. I'm not going to say anymore.
That's the 4th on Porteons. Hamilton's upset because they felt like that was a moving screen.
I'm just
by
saying,
Middle Township.
you know, I'm just saying you got to call it both ways.
Latrell Haskins comes into the game now as Portillonc's is forced to the bench. And we got another stoppage of play here. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Pugh. Farraco gets to the hands of Catanoso, and that's a backcourt violation.
That's a backcourt violation. He got the ball in the front court, took it in the back.
And now we're going to get a foul against Harris here.
They're just flopping now. I'm sorry. They're just flopping on the court there, and the refs are biting it. This is, I hate to say it, but the refs are really affecting, this game right here.
So Farraco will go to the line. 41-41 tie game.
And now Hamilton has, 7 fouls on him.
And the first of the 1-1 is good by Farraco. Head coach of Hamilton, very frustrated, but he can't do too much.
No, he really can't. Calls over the calls.
Second foul shot by Farraco is good. He hits them both. Now we got a timeout by Middle.
Looks like Middle timeout here.
That'll be their first timeout taken of the game.
And, Hamilton has to fight through a lot of stuff there. Some of these calls, I'm not real, I'm not a fan of there. But you can't let that get in your head. And, I'll tell you, they're doing a great acting job, for Middle, flopping on the fouls and stuff like that. But, and officials, they got a couple calls there. So, give credit to them, selling those calls to the officials. But Hamilton's got to just keep their composure. They're only down by 2 points there. It could be a lot worse than this. But they just got to keep their composure and, go in there, run their stuff, and not worry about what happens, with what they can't control. Nice.
Stop stepping on the court, Harry.
I have to stop stepping on the court, Josh says, so okay.
So we break out a timeout, 7:08 left in the fourth quarter. 43-41 lead for Middle Township. Two of the top teams in the Cape Atlantic League this season. Facing off. Rivera will inbound the ball as Middle Township will back off their full court press here.
Yeah, they're not going to use that again unless they go down.
Harris bringing the ball up the court for Hamilton. Dribbling, guarded by Shelton. Mortalite gives him a pick. And Mortalite gets run over by Shelton. They're going to call that against Shelton.
This is getting crazy now. It's like everybody's, are we playing football here? Are we flopping or what? This is not good basketball.
Okay, that was uncalled for, but I don't think Shelton meant to do that.
No. But goes both ways.
Well, they're getting really chippy out here, and if someone doesn't call a technical soon, someone's going to get hurt. Mortalite with the ball for Hamilton, spins in the lane, passes out to Rivera. Now back to Pugh, and they'll reset the offense.
Yeah, Hamilton, they're in no rush. They're only down 2 points.
Mortalite for two. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound by Haskins. Here's a three by Rivera. No good. And this is a nice rebound by Catanoso. Farraco thought about the three, pulls it back out, hands off to Shelton. Catanoso pump fakes, takes down the lane, gets it stripped away. Hamilton ball. Here they come. And now stolen back by Cowan. That's his second steal of the game. Barely gets it to Moore. Moore barely keeps it in balance to Shelton. Now Catanoso with the ball. There's a drive down the lane by Farraco. Misses a layup. And now Mortalite with the rebound. We'll say a jump ball.
Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
It's Hamilton ball anyway.
That's the quickest jump ball that I've seen in a long time.
They would have called a couple of jump balls like that in our last game, Harry. We would have had less fouls.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I guess we just got a really good view. We're high up here. We're in the crow's nest.
43-41 lead for home team Middle Township. 5:50 left in the game. Mortalite for three. No good off the front of the rim. Cowan tries to track down a rebound and slaps it out of bounds. It'll be Hamilton ball.
Nobody scored for the last minute or so.
Yeah, well, all these fouls and all this chipping at each other isn't helping. Hugh with the ball now for Hamilton. Pass up to Mortalite. Mortalite Focus on the pass to. Finds Q at top of the three-point line. Now Rivera. Haskins. And Haskins trying to get the Mordelite and throws it away. And Mordelite throws his hands in the air, really ticked off.
Well, that was aimed right for the person in the first row.
Seeing the person in the first row doesn't play basketball, right?
And she didn't want any parts of it.
Catanoso bounce pass, and they're going to call an out of bounds on Haskins. Or a foul on Haskins, I'm not sure. Call a foul on Haskins.
You know what? The whole complexion of the game has changed. You know, they were letting him play, pushing all this. Now, every little tic-tac is getting called. So it could be a long fourth quarter, Josh.
That's the 8th team foul on Hamilton, so it's still 1-1 shooting as Haskins come out of the game. Podions, who has 4 fouls, will come back into the game. Tom Faraka with the foul line with the 1-1. Dribbles, sets. Here's the first foul shot. Hits it. Now he awaits a shot of the second one. A 44-41 lead for Middle Township. Hamilton hasn't scored for a while. Rebound off the miss by Podions. Harris with the ball. Mordelite. Dribbles, takes it down the lane, pulls up at the foul line. Shot, no good. Rebound fought for among 2 Middle Township players, finally picked up by Farraco. Darrell Shelton. Dribbling. Pass up the Catano, takes down the lane. Shot is up and no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Mordelite.
Great screen, great take there, by Canosa, but he just, he couldn't finish that play. Beautiful screen right down the middle there.
Mordelite passes to Rivera. Now in the hands of Podions, back to Mordelite. Being guarded by Moore. Moore's doing a good job on defense in this quarter against him. Gets a screen. Here's a 3 by Mordelite. Wow, no good. Rebound by Catanoso. Catanoso full steam ahead. Passes ahead to Cowan. And Cowan gets fouled. Count the basket and 1 as Mordelite pleads his case for a travel call.
Nope. No call on that one. Okay. He didn't travel. That was just a great play by him. Great play.
Jake Cowan having a huge game off the bench so far tonight. And we're going to have a timeout, having a great game, and then the fourth quarter, it all seems to fall apart.
Well, they've caused some of their own demise here, thrown away the pass there, missing an easy layup underneath.
Taking a wild three-point shot unnecessarily.
Right, and you don't want middle. You don't want to foul him. Too good at the line.
Cowan misses. Podions goes high for the rebound. They're going to see a foul over the back by Catanoso.
Okay, so now Hamilton's going to shoot. Yeah, we're going to have a long fourth quarter here with the fouls,
Well, it's Catanoso's third. Now we get the 1-1, like Harry said, for Hamilton. As both teams take the long walk down the floor.
And that's the 7th foul for middle there. Hamilton has 9. The next one on Hamilton, they're going to be in a double bonus.
So Catanoso, Farraco, and Shelton all with 3 fouls each.
And this night might not be a bad foul. You don't have Portnoy is not the best foul shooter as we've seen before.
Cowan with the rebound. That's his 5th rebound in the game. Pass ahead to Farraco. Farraco hands it off to Catanoso. Feel like I'm at an Italian buffet here. Cowan for 3, and he hits another one. Jake Cowan has got 2 threes in the game, 5 rebounds, a dunk, 2 steals.
Tell you what, and an 8-point lead by middle. That's going to be really hard for middle to lose that lead.
Portiers goes down.
Especially when they miss shots right underneath like that.
Shot is up and no good by Mordelite. (49-43) lead. Shelton drives down the lane, gets fouled. What they call it, travel? That's interesting. Pugh to Costa. Harris. Hope you can hear me, Chris. And they're going to call a foul against Mortalite. Haskins is really ticked for Hamilton.
I'll tell you what, I'd be getting a technical right now.
Clock stops at 3:10. It's a 49.
Hamilton's going to go into the full court press now.
Hamilton using the full court press now. Pushing ahead is Catanoso. Pass ahead to Greer, and Greer with a nice layup and call a travel on him. That's the second straight travel on possessions for Middle Township called.
Going to give Hamilton a chance to get back in the game here. Should have been an easy 2 points there, which would have given them an 8-point lead.
Clock ticks down, under 3 minutes in the game. Shot is up and no good by Hamilton. Trying to get a putback by Harris. Harris scores on the rebound and the second chance.
All right, now we got a 4-point game. Hamilton going to press full court man.
Costa guarding Greer. Middle Township being patient. And now Shelton brings the ball up the court, being guarded by Harris. Harris gets a double team help from Costa.
Almost a travel there.
Shelton dribbling the ball. Passes off to Ferracco. Ferracco now over to Catanoso.
4-point lead. Middle's in no hurry. No hurry here.
Clock ticks down to 2:10. Greer with the ball. Drop steps, pulls up his dribble. Spins around, takes it to the basket. Now passes off to Ferracco. Ferracco being guarded by Porty.
That's a double dribble.
Drives down the lane, pass off to Shelton.
I can't believe they missed that. It was a double dribble.
And Shelton,
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. In a game like this, you got to leave it in the kids' hands.
So who is the foul called on?
Number 14.
That's his fourth? That's the fourth foul on Harris, and it's the team 10th. Those 2 shots the rest of the way for Middle Township. They're going to call a technical against, they're going to warn him. A timeout by Hamilton. Shooting on the season, 52.9% from just the field. It's been a struggle for both teams. It's 49-45 lead for Middle, and Shelton will go to the line to shoot 2. 4 fouls on Harris, 4 fouls on Portions for Hamilton. Here comes Shelton. Spins the ball a couple times. First shot is up and gets an unfriendly roll off the side of the rim. Shelton spins the ball a couple times again. Here's the shot, and he hits the second one.
Giving them a 5-point lead.
Hamilton rolling the ball, let the clock not start until they touch it. Now Harris does touch it, picks up, pass off to Pugh. Pugh with the ball for Hamilton. Passes to Mortalite. Mortalite, nice pass out of Portions, but he couldn't handle it. And we're going to get a jump ball here. And I believe it's middle ball here. I think. What do we have going on here? I thought it was a jump ball. Okay, now we got somebody who wet spot. Okay.
Wet spot on the court.
So we're going to stop progress of the game and confirm what the call is and get the wet spot dried up. Clock is stopped at a minute 36, 50-45 lead for Middle Township. Ferracco inbounds the ball to Shelton. Shelton will handle the ball, being guarded by Harris. Portions comes over to help. They pass ahead and get across half court. Now Ferracco with the ball. Hamilton with the option to foul. Steal the ball instead ahead from Costa to Pugh. Pugh for 2. And Portions with a putback rebound. 3-point lead for Middle. A minute 10 in the game. Home run pass. Cowan now to Moore. Moore pulls it out smartly. And they're going to foul Moore before Catanoso can get the hands on the ball.
Good foul there.
Hamilton
Haven't seen
realizing-
more on the line, yet.
It's a good foul by Costa as well.
Yeah,
not allowing-
excellent foul there because they were just going to pull it out. You got a lot of time. You got a minute 5 here.
Also realizing that, he's got 2 players on his team who have 4 fouls. I wanted them to get the foul out of the game. Moore, lefty, hits the first foul shot.
Big one for Middle.
Micah Moore, standing at 6'3", a senior. You mentioned a lefty. Clock stopped at a minute 5. Moore sets. Foul shot is up and good.
Well, I guess you don't want to foul him either.
52-47 lead. Back to 5-point lead for Middle Township. Mortalight with the ball. Inside to Harris, and he scores. An easy bucket. Clock is still running, though. 50 seconds.
They got a foul.
And Portion's tried to foul Farraco. They didn't call it. Farraco with the ball again. Pass that to Cowan. And he tries to get it back to Moore. And Moore loses it out of bounds, stopping the clock at 39 seconds.
This game's got everything in it there. They broke the press perfectly, and then he just, missed through the pass there.
3-point lead for Middle now. Hamilton with the ball. Costa with the ball for Hamilton. To Mortalight. Mortalight thought about the 3 and thought better of Costa for NBA 3. And it's going to lose it out of bounds off the rebound.
And it hits the uprights. Not the uprights. I'm thinking football here. So it hits the wires above the rim.
Shelton with the ball. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands. They're going to call a foul on Portion's.
That's it for him.
And Mortalight doing his best sportsmanship to help Shelton up after they've been chipping at each other all game. So Portion's is done. Let's see who Hamilton brings into the game to replace him. Nobody's got off the bench yet. Typically it's been either Rivera or Haskins coming in the game, so we'll see which one they decide to pull in. It'll be Rivera.
Rivera.
Here comes Rivera as Portion's leaves the game, fouling out. 21.7 seconds, 3-point lead for Middle Township, and Darrell Shelton will go to the line to shoot 2.
He can ice this game right here.
First shot is up, and he hits it. 4-point lead.
That makes it 4. Gets this one, it could be over.
Shelton spins the ball.
Hamilton tried to call a timeout.
Good grief. So that's Hamilton's last shot from the line. Middle pulling off all their players from the foul line. They'll be back to defend. It's a 4-point lead for Middle Township here at home.
And he's telling them, do not foul, do not foul.
Shelton and get the friendly roll in the second one at the 5-point lead. Pugh with the ball for Hamilton. Clock is ticking, 18 seconds, 17. Pugh looking to set up Catanosa, hands it off to Costa. A long 3, no go up the back iron. Rebound by Farraco, and Mortalight fouls him. And that pretty much, I think, seals the game here, Harry.
That should seal it. You got a 5-point lead. One of the better foul shooters in the Cape Atlantic League on the line there. And a good thing about Middle there, they played good, tough defense. They didn't foul there. They got in all the shooters' faces, and nobody really got a clear look, at a good 3. I mean, he threw that up there, but it wasn't what you really wanted to see. It was a desperation shot.
Farraco hits the first foul shot as it rattles in. It's now a 6-point game. 9.2 seconds. Farraco takes his time at the foul line, dribbles a couple times, sets. Here's the shot. Hits them both. Hamilton went down the ball to Mortally. He'll bring the ball up the court with 5 seconds, takes an NBA distance 3, hits it, but it doesn't really matter much as this game is pretty much over. Final score is going to be 56 to 52 as people running the clock didn't even change the score. 59-52 is the final score. Middle Township wins here at home. We're going to send it back to the studio for a break. We'll be back with our post-game report here on Woodbridge FM 94.3.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks everyone for